Sulaiman, Supervisor Roy Van Putten. In conjunction with the California State Athletic Commission, the Chairman William Eastman, Commissioners in attendance, Vice Chairman Willie Buchanan, and Kim Welshons. The Executive Officer, Dr. Richard DeCure, and the Assistant Chief Inspector, Rob Lynch. Physicians at ringside, Dr. Robert and Dr. Adam Carnes, along with Dr. Paul Wallace. Timekeepers at the bell, also keeping count of the knockdowns, Aaron Coslow and Debbie Garcia. Now introducing the judges as appointed. Henry Ellis Peru, Gus Mercurio, and Salvador Plasencia. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen in attendance and sports fans joining us around the world, it's showtime. The WBC Super Welterweight Championship of the World scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Introducing the referee in charge of this bout, working in this his 75th world title bout, Marty Dinkin. Presenting to you first the classy challenger on my right, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the ring with black trunks and pink trim and fighting out of Sydney, Australia. He weighed in at a trim and ready 152 pounds, and his record includes 20 wins with 2 losses and 14 wins coming by way of knockout. He is ranked number 5 super welterweight contender in the world by the WBC, introducing the challenger, known as the Glamour with the Hammer, Troy Waters. And his opponent across the ring in the red corner on my left, really needing no introduction to you, the boxing fans. He's wearing white trunks with red trim as he represents the 1st Fighters Squadron in Campo, California. He weighed in at 154 pounds with a record of 34 wins and 3 losses. He has 20 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, he is making his 9th defense of his title. Please welcome one of the young superstars of boxing today, the defending WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Terrible Terry Norris. Once again, here's your referee in charge. Now to give instructions, Marty Dinkin.
Gentlemen, remember what I told you in the dressing room? You do your job and I'll do mine. Good luck to both of you.
Norris told us yesterday with his usual air of confidence he'll continue to do what got him to this juncture. He'll come forward, use pressure, and look to get Waters going backwards. Round 1 scheduled for 12 for the WBC Super Welterweight Championship. Norris said he's really been working out hard of late. Now bench presses 310 pounds, and he comes out winning against Troy Waters.
Well, Waters came right out toward him, but it's like the lion is waiting there, waiting for his prey, because he's going to sit there. Terry's going to counter, he's going to work him. The kid's got a reasonable defense, from what I understand, a good chin, but Terry just looks to have too much already.
He just looks like he's trying to walk through him. Now, this is what he's got to do, Troy. He's got to put some hurt on him. He's got to land something hard. He can punch, there's no question about it. You look at his knockout record, he's got to land something hard.
Norris with an early barrage. Norris, who has improved in each of his 8 title defenses, says in studying Waters, he's found that he stays busy, throws a lot of punches, has some power, a decent boxer, but we may never get a chance to see it because down goes Waters here in the 1st.
I'll tell you right now, punches that get hit on top of the head when they land on that soft spot, they really hurt and they last a long time.
And that's the first time that Troy Waters has been knocked down in his career.
He's taking a point away from Terry Norris for hitting him on top of the head as on the way down. Now that's a strange one. He went down, that gives him a 10-8 round. And then again, you got to take a point away. I think it's academic the way this is going. It doesn't make any difference.
Waters is on his way again.
This fight's all but over right now. Terry's in a bad mood, and he's taking it out all on Troy Waters.
He doesn't want to stay here long. Waters cannot stay on the ropes and take this punishment. He can't do that.
Heavy shots by Terry Norris upstairs and to the body. And Troy Waters showing tremendous heart just to withstand this punishment. Just midway through the first now.
See, Troy doesn't have anything to keep Terry off. If you're going to let Terry load up, let him place his shots and time them at will, you're basically a dead man.
It is target practice for Terry Norris.
Terry Norris bench presses an enormous amount of weight, so what he wants is somebody to stand still and let him get hit, and that's what this kid's doing on the ropes. Troy Waters has got to get a better game plan, and most of it involves getting away from this hammering that he's taking right now. He can't just stand there. He's got to get some movement.
And the bench pressing doesn't seem to have hurt the snap in his punch.
Boy, it sure hasn't. He's determined.
Well, how will that deduction, though, affect the scoring of this round? It's kind of unusual.
It's easy. It's a 10-8 round as it stands, and you take 1 point away from Norris. Makes it a 9-8 round. And you take a point away from the guy that took it away from him.
Yeah, it'll be academic when this is over with, because I don't think we're going to get to the cards. Right now, Troy Waters, again, just cannot keep Terry Norris off him.
20 seconds left in round one, a round that must seem like it is endless for Troy Waters. Knocked down in the early seconds was Troy Waters. The city of San Diego carved out in the hair of Terry Norris.
Listen to me. Breathe. Breathe. Wait. Look, son. Listen. Hold your lock. Use your lock. Hurry the other lock. Hurry you when you're in the lock.
Knockdown, but I'll take 1 point from you, okay?
Take it. All right. Okay, look.
It's a knockdown, but I took 1 point.
You got to go to your stick. You got to drop that wide right hand out here. Okay? Come on, son. Breathe deep. Breathe deep. You got to go to
Let's take a look at that knockdown. We're getting conflicting reports from that referee. See, that's that overhand to the back of the head, and that one, while he was down already, is what should have cost him the point.
Well, I'll tell you, that's what did cost him the point. And Norris was disqualified once for the same thing.
Now
those
what?
punches on top of the head, here, he's clearly down on top of the head, and that's where the point came from.
That could have been dangerous, and they could have clearly disqualified him, and that would have really been dangerous.
That disqualification came against a fighter named Joseph Walker in 1987. Yes, it has happened before, also against Donald Curry and Sugar Ray Leonard.
Well, this is a guy that's all wound up and with evil intention, as Tyson used to say. And when he punches to the very end. He's a determined fighter, a rough guy.
Here's another right hand by Terry Norris.
Troy Waters, to his credit, comes back with a nice combination. He's demonstrating a pretty good chin and some, I'll tell you what, some real determination.
Norris goes down! Unbelievable! What a turn of events!
He's in trouble. He's in big trouble.
It came out of nowhere!
Oh my God, it's unbelievable. The right uppercut he told us about earlier, he hit him with it, and look at what we have in front of us.
He was just, I thought it was a low blow. He had landed, but he hit him with an uppercut, and the leg went out from Terry Norris. Would this be the upset of the year? No, it would be the upset of the decade.
Norris looking to shake it off and comes back. Now to the head of Troy Waters. But Terry Norris refuses to go down.
Terry Norris' head is cleared up now, but I'll tell you what, Troy Waters, if he weathers the storm, he's got to have a certain amount of adrenaline behind him because of that knockdown.
And Terry is wearing out. He is wearing out. He's throwing everything he's got.
He hurt Terry again. He hit him with a left uppercut, and Terry fell right into it.
What a game, Troy Waters. Way through the second.
He keeps hitting low to Troy Waters. That's taking a lot out of him also. In all the action, they haven't said anything about a low blow, but he's getting hit a lot as Terry Norris.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Terry really wants to get this guy out of here. More than anything else, he's probably got him embarrassed as well in his hometown. And I'll tell you what, this is one-game kid.
Well, he's on the way now, but he has given Terry a big scare.
Less
withstood an unbelievable onslaught, and here he is punching.
And taking punches. Wow, when he's taking Bobby, should have knocked anybody out.
But back comes Waters. This crowd in a frenzy, most of them standing. And most of them in disbelief. Norris must be thinking, what do I have to do to get rid of this guy?
Well, I'll tell you, not only that, the kid is coming back with good, solid punches.
Oh, right here. What a right by Waters.
What a right hand by Waters. Just when the referee is leaning in, looking like he favors to stop it. Oh,
One of the rounds of the year.
That is not going to help his quest for pound best.
here's where Norris got in trouble. Unbelievable as it sounds. Here's an uppercut coming to get. No, it's not an uppercut. It's a right hand right
To the temple,
across.
right across to the temple of his head. And I think the punch before that might have done something.
But Norris goes back, scared as he must have been, and embarrassed as he must have been. He came back with everything he had. But the Australian was there at the end. He was still standing. What a display of guts.
What a tremendous round.
Now round 3.
Well,
Scheduled for 12.
we should know from watching Jeff Fennick fight Azuma Nelson that when they come out of Australia mad, they can fight and they can take an awful lot of punishment. Our hats were off to Jeff Fennick, and now our hats have got to be off to Troy Waters after just 2 rounds.
Norris showing a suspect chin. Is he looking ahead to Reggie Johnson, Julian Jackson, and Julio Cesar Chavez?
You know, once again, we're talking about Troy Waters, not a Julian Jackson, not Roy Jones. And what you might want to look at now again is, will he be considered pound for pound the best, getting dropped like that by a fighter of this caliber or lack of caliber?
And not being able to put him out after hitting him so many times. He's just had his way. Look at this. The referee is leaning in there.
Again, Waters getting pummeled to the face, but refusing to go down.
And that referee just looks like he wants to stop the fight, which would cause a riot right now.
Terry got hit a low shot too that bothered him a little bit, and may still be bothering him.
Terry has been hit a lot of low shots.
Blood streaking from the face of Troy Waters. Uppercut. Oh, body shots by Norris. He won't go down.
It's incredible what a good chin can do for a man. He may very well be on the brink of getting beat now, but he had an unbelievable shot just a round ago at being one of the biggest upsets in history.
What an incredible display of intestinal fortitude by Troy Waters of Australia.
And make no mistake, he's still throwing punches, and they're low, and they're bothering Terry Norris. He doesn't stop fighting.
We heard that Waters was a tough kid, but this is incredible.
He's redefining tough.
Low blow there by Waters. Got away with it.
This referee just doesn't see low.
He looks okay now. He looks better now than he did a little while ago. But it's going to be interesting to see. Will Terry Norris punch himself out, or will he be able to keep cool?
He goes down for the second time. He just smiled at referee Marty Dakin and said, let's continue.
Look at him, look at him.
And that was the result of a wild punch.
But the point is, he's punching with everything he's got. Like Bobby says, he got up in good shape.
He did. He got up in better shape than he had been while he was standing a few moments ago. And he is still trying. It's going to be just a matter of time with this much punishment, though. They're going to have to stop it sooner or later.
Troy Waters absorbing an amazing amount of punishment.
But as long as he keeps coming back, they cannot stop this. He keeps coming back and fighting. His face is falling apart. As Bobby said at the beginning, this is what it looks like in 5 rounds. His face will fall apart. Well, it is. It's coming apart.
Marty Dakin wants the doctor.
I want to see the cut stop. You all right?
get one more round.
Right.
What's it?
We're gonna give him
One more.
And take a look at that perfect punch. One punch was coming as the other one went right, a right hand landing perfectly. And you know, Bobby, when you're throwing one and you get one, that's when it hurts.
You watch right here, you see Troy's feet. He's up in the air. He's off balance. He gets caught, but it was a sharp, crisp right hand. But some of the other blows he had taken flush, much heavier, much more damage.
Right, Bobby. And he got up, as you pointed out, in much better shape because he wasn't in that kind of trouble. It was like an off balance. He got hit in midair. But his
Sharp shot while his feet were
face
unbalanced.
is coming apart, Bobby, under both eyes and under the brow. Let's listen.
Come on. All right. Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it.
One guy is on it.
Buddy, I don't want to go.
Look, this guy wants to quit. He wants to quit.
It's all over. You heard the words, I don't want to go, from that corner. And Terry Norris retains his WBC Super Welterweight Championship against the game and courageous Troy Waters of Australia.
And Lupe Aquino came right up there, and Terry Norris came right to the ropes. I thought he was going to go over and congratulate Troy, and instead he issued a challenge, and it's looking like it's getting ugly between Lupe Aquino and Terry Norris. Terry Norris, I wouldn't say would be in any hurry to get in a fight after that little imbroglio.
Well, I'll tell you, the verbal assaults will continue. It's just evident. A fighter who wants to be pound for pound the best around, and I think Terry Norris is one of them, but maybe not the best.
And Bobby, you hear the crowd reaction. They are not happy with the decision as the referee stops the fight. Prior to the stoppage of the fight, when he brought in the doctor, you could hear the corner of Troy Waters pleading to the physician, one more round. Give us just one more round.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has been stopped at the end of round number 3 with the consent of the referee and the corner of the fighter involved. Fighter receiving severe lacerations, unable to continue. The winner by way of technical knockout and still WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Terrible Terry Norris.
No way you could have expected this kind of hell on a night like this.
No, not really. When I dropped him the first time, I celebrated too early. Came back, caught me with a good shot, dropped me. That made me wake up.
But the number of punches that you rained on this young man is inordinate because you're so strong. The strength of you is supposed to be the strongest in the division. Yet this man from Australia, from down under here, took all those shots and still had to stop it in the corner. You still couldn't put him down.
No, I hit him with everything. I was nailing him with some good shots. Dropped him twice, but still, he kept coming back. He's strong.
When you were down there on the canvas, what was that going through your mind in front of your hometown?
I was down there. I was like, oh shit, it hit me now. It's time to get busy now.
All right, and of course, this brave and valiant man in the footsteps of Jeff Fennick, who always gave us great fights, gave us another great Australian fight here. I can't tell you how proud we are of you and the way you fought, but this man has pummeled you, and you still stood. Didn't you think you were going?
Well, no, you know, I'm a pretty tough son of a bitch. You know, I've been in a lot of hard fights and some of the spars with my brothers, but I take my hat up to Terry Norris. You know, he's a great champion and undoubtedly the greatest pound-for-pound fighter in the world today.
Well, that's high praise for a man who just took a king-size beating from you. And Don, what does it do to the chances of Terry Norris now to step up to the big boys and to go with?
I think Terry Norris put on an excellent performance. I think Showtime and Don King has demonstrated again that they're #1 in boxing, putting on the best shows, the best fighting the best. It was a courageous fight by Troy Waters. It was fire and water. The fire evaporated the water, but the water certainly was a hurricane. And I think they were really great.
One last thing. I saw you come over and get in a shouting match with Lupe Aquino. What's all that about?
Lupe's jealous. You know, I'm where he should be, where he wants to be, and he's jealous. He wants to be where I'm at.
Will you fight him ever?
Lupe has to come up in the top 10. He has nothing. So whenever he comes up, I'll fight him if he's in my way.
All right, and for you, you will continue your career, I'm sure, off of a fight like this.
Well, that's for sure. You know, I hurt Terry Norris. You know, so I mean, he's one of the best fighters pound-for-pound in the world today. So if I can hurt Terry Norris, I'm sure there's a lot of other guys out there that I can hurt and I can beat. And you know, a bit more experience, a bit more hard training, and you know, we'll be back.
Well, Showtime has always been the television show of upsets. We almost had one today thanks to this young man, and a courageous fight by Troy made this one of the best fights of the night. I congratulate.
Ends this Monday. Start this brand new year on a brand new City mattress. Then buy the matching